How do you see the world? A lot of it depends on where you begin. For famous photographer Harald Sund, it began here in Seattle. His career has taken him to many nations, but he's always looked to come home to West Seattle. Sund is a West Seattle native, and his experience here has shaped his view of the world.
I guess we're becoming a rare breed, a true West Seattleite. Grew up down by the Morgan Junction and went to Gatewood and then to James Madison and to West Seattle High School, and was in the military for 3 years right after high school, and then came back and went to the University of Washington, and at which time when I graduated, I started freelancing as a photographer. So my roots are definitely entrenched in and part of West Seattle. I can't think of too many places in the world. In fact, I can't think of any place in the world that is more special to me. I've had the great privilege of traveling all over the world, and I've found some wonderful places that I could actually live in, but in the long run I think you come back to where your roots are, and my roots are in West Seattle in particular, and I never take it for granted that I can wake up in the morning and see the entire Olympic mountain range. Look to the east, you can see the Cascades. You look to the south, you see the icon Mount Rainier. You look to the north and you can see Mount Baker, you know. So it's amazing to live between two mountain ranges, and on both ends have volcanoes. I just think that's pretty special.
Sund is a broadly experienced photographer whose images were used for the book Over Washington. He has shot for Time Life, National Geographic, and many more. He's taken every kind of photograph, from epic scenery like this shot of Mount Rainier to more personal and unique scenes. His work is now licensed by Getty Images, where he has over 2,300 photographs on file.
I went to Henley and photographed swans. This particular swan, as well as all of them, belongs to the Queen of England, and they were counting them at that time, and I just happened to take a picture of them. So thought that was a great job to be a swan counter for the Queen. Long time exposure right at dusk of the gondolas in Venice. Sunset over Stonehenge. Really one of the great places, I think, to visit. It's just a clean room where they do all sorts of things. This is a gleaner in Tibet, in the Tibetan High Plateau, and I've always loved this picture because it looks biblical to me.
This is Pat Robinson for WestSeattleHerald.com.